Hey everybody, Black Metal Werewolf here, making a brand new video. So for today's topic, I thought I would kind of revisit battle vests. When I did my first video about it, I didn't think that people would want to see mine. I thought it'd be kind of boring if I just talked about my vest for a bit. But a lot of people commented it and want to see what mine looked like, and even on other videos, be like, when are you going to show off your vest? When are you going to show off your vest? So I thought I would just dedicate a video to showing off my vest and talking about what inspired me and how I got to this point. So when I was 16, me and my older brother, we went and saw Iron Maiden in Toronto. We didn't get the best seats. We were like in the fucking nosebleeds at the amphitheater. But when we were there, in the corner of my eye, between the sections of the seats and everything, there was this guy with a full head of jet black hair, air guitaring to every song, and he looked fucking majestic. And he was wearing a battle vest, a denim vest covered in patches. And I saw that and I was like, holy fuck, I want to be that metal one day. And ever since then, I've grown my hair out, did the whole goatee, sleeveless shirt thing, and I made a battle vest. So I saw it when I was Iron Maiden when I was 16, and that dude when I was 16. Since then, I'm 22 now, almost 23. I've gotten jobs since then, raked in a shit ton of money, doing my own thing. And I was able to go onto eBay and just type in black denim vest, and I was able to get a black denim vest. I've gotten my patches from a variety of places, be it Amazon, eBay, and concerts. Unfortunately, in Canada, just not that many bands come by. They're few and far between, So I've had to use eBay a lot for like Dark Throne and shit like that, because where the fuck am I going to get a Dark Throne patch in Canada, right? So I'll just kind of show it off here, not going to talk too much about it. So we got the big-ass Iron Maiden one. We got some Alice Cooper, Dio, Todd in the Book of Pure Evil, Bathory, Metallica, Gorgoroth, Dark Throne, Rob Zombie, Ozzy, King Diamond. So yeah, I got a whole bunch of bands on here. Like I said in my past video, everyone should be different. Everyone makes their own, does it their own way. I kind of thought I was finished mine for a while, because I didn't do the sides here. Kind of bare on sides. I didn't really see the point in putting ones on the side. I'm just going to be covering it. But I feel like I'm going to get more patches and put them on the side. Since I saw Abbott, I got a Tribulation patch and I put it on the side. So I think I'm going to continue up the side, get a few more patches to fill the rest of her out. So that was the back. I'll show you around the front here. So yeah, when I first got mine, I got this vest. I went and got I went on eBay and found this Cradle of Filth patch. Now I know a lot of people have hate boners for Cradle of Filth, but I like them, so whatever. So when I first got it, I was really intimidated about sewing it on. I was just really afraid that I was going to ruin the vest and the patch and everything. So I sat on my dresser for months, and I always just pick it up and look at it. I'm like, God, I want to put that on there. But once again, I was just really, really afraid I was going to ruin it. But one day I went to Walmart and I got a small sewing kit, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to do this. I went onto eBay, I went onto YouTube, looked up how to sew, watched 2 videos about it, threaded the needle, and just started doing it myself. First one I ever put on there. I've had to redo a couple of them since then. Some of them started falling off, some of them didn't really go with the vibe of it anymore, so I took them off, put new ones on. Like I said in the past, it should always be a representation of you. So I don't just have heavy metal stuff on here. I also have things from shows and video games too. For example, I have a Dragon Ball, because I really like Dragon Ball Z. And I also have 2 buttons from the video game, more than 2, some buttons from the video game Infamous Second Son. I absolutely love the Infamous series on the PlayStation. So when the game came out with the pre-orders, it came with the buttons the main character wears on his vest. And I thought that'd be really cool to have on my own vest. And also it came with a patch with the game. I put that on there too. Once again, even here, the Flying Hellfish from The Simpsons, Grandpa Simpson, he's part of the feistiest battalion, and he gets the tattoo on his arm of the Hellfish. Anyway, I saw this on eBay, and I absolutely loved it. And that's something I want on my vest, because I love The Simpsons so much. I watch it all the damn time. And I actually want to get this tattooed on myself as well, because I thought that would be really cool. See, on my vest, I have a wide variety of different subgenres of heavy metal, from Lordi and Venom and Slayer and Blind Guardian, 3 Inches of Blood. If you've never listened to 3 Inches of Blood, you definitely should. I also have a Mjolnir on here. I typed in Mjolnir patch on eBay again, and the black and the red just really popped out, and I thought it looked really, really cool. One of my friends said it looked like a spiky penis. Kinda, I guess. Kinda. Anyway, so this is pretty much my vest. Just, once again, like I always say, do you, man. Just do you. Don't let anyone else shit on your parade. It's your vest. You do it your way. So yeah, I am thinking of starting a new one, but not heavy metal. I'm also a huge fan of 80s and past monster movies. And I want to make a monster vest, get like a black vest, and I want to get like a giant ass Wolfman patch on the back and get like Frankenstein and Dracula and the Invisible Man. I've been looking online, but I can't really find that many patches of that. So if anybody knows of any place where I can get those, please tell me, because I want to make a horror vest and I want to make it badass too. So yeah, I'll answer a few questions because a lot of people have asked me questions about battle vests. One of them is, which is better, hand sewing or sewing machine? To me, if you have a sewing machine and you know how to use it, go sewing machine. It's a machine, it does it quicker and more efficiently than a human hand ever will. But of course, that's only if you have one and you know how to use it. Personally, I use hand sewing. I find it very relaxing. I'll get like 3 or 4 patches, sit down in front of the TV, turn a movie on or music or whatever, and just sew. I find it very relaxing, very calming. It's just something I enjoy doing. But of course, not everyone has that. You know, one of my friends, he told me that he hates sewing. He put a giant ass Amon Amarth patch on his jacket, and he said he hated doing it. It wasn't fun for him. Or I'm like, man, I fucking love sewing. It's so much fun for me. But, you know, everyone's different. People find things irritating or not, whatever. Another question is, do you use dental floss or thread? That's a question that I've never been asked for, and I didn't really think about it, so I looked it up, which is better. A lot of people say that dental floss is more sturdy than thread. I only use dental floss when I floss in the morning, so I can't say I've ever really noticed dental floss being that much more efficient or sturdy than thread. But the reason I don't use dental floss is because if I were to sew with dental floss, I would have white all over there. And I like using the black thread because it blends in a lot better. Another question people ask is, do I use iron-ons or sew-ons? I always use sew-ons. I hate iron-on patches. It's not that I have an issue like, oh, only a real metalhead threads. It's just, I don't care if someone puts it on thread or iron-on, it doesn't matter. But the fact that the one I hate about iron-on is that they always fall off. You iron it on, it stays on there for a while, and eventually the adhesive will just wear off and the whole fucking thing will fall off. When I first started the second patch, I had it here where the 3 Inches of Blood one was. I had a Brutal Legend patch from the video game starring Jack Black. I had a Brutal Legend patch on here and it was iron-on. I wanted to sew it on, but it was way too thick for me to get the needle and thread through, so I had to iron it on. It stayed on there for quite some time, but eventually it did just fall off. And since it was still so thick, I couldn't get the needle through it. And I still have it, I didn't throw it out, but the fact of the matter is that I spent money on something, and it fucking shit out after a while, and I'm pissed about it. So I suppose it is really up to you. If you don't know if you don't really have the motor skills or whatever, the finesse skills it takes to use a needle and thread, then I suppose you could go iron-on. I suggest using needle and thread. If it falls off, you can always just reattach it, and it's very easy. I always do maintenance on my vest because I wear this to work all the time. So there is some wear and tear, but anytime there's wear and tear, I just sit down with a needle and thread again. I just fix her right up. No problem at all. And I think that's pretty much the main question. I pretty much covered where I get them, what I prefer sewing with, iron-ons or sewing-ons, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much my battle vest. Definitely comment and let me know what you guys think of my battle vest, or tell me about your battle vest when you first started it. And don't forget, if you know where I can get good horror patches, please comment and let me know about that. I want to know. I want to fucking start a horror vest. I'm badass. So like in my past videos, I do an album recommendation or an album warning. Unfortunately for this video, I have to do a warning. An album that I bought brand new that I fucking hate. I hate that I have to say this because it's from an artist I usually love, but it's Rob Zombie's last album, Venomous Rat Regeneration Vendor. I hated this album from beginning to start. There was only 2 good songs on it out of 12. That means 2 good, 10 bad, or at least in my opinion, they were bad. So first of all, just looking at the album art, I think it's absolutely hideous. It's a mess of colors and bad writing, and it just looks bad to me. It's unappealing to the eye. It looks like someone ate fucking like fruit roll up or whatever and then puked on it. It looks like puke to me. It looks disgusting. I've always known that Rob Zombie has not been the best lyricist. He makes really good music, but his lyrics I've always found to be a little lacking, not much depth to it. I'm not one of those pretentious people who's like, oh, well, you just don't know the real meaning of it. If it's not obvious, I don't like it. I don't have to read your fucking diary to understand your lyrics. I just want good lyrics. It's not that like his lyrics are necessarily bad. It's that they're nothing special, and I felt like he really took a step down, even more so, to this album. Like one of the songs is Ging Gang Gong de Dee Dong de Laga Raga. Like, what the hell is that? I don't even. I want to give an opinion on it, but I don't even know what the fuck that means. It's just a mess of sounds. That's all it is, mess sounds. There are two, like I said, there are two good songs on it. So Dead City Radio, I think, is pretty good, and the cover of the song "We're an American Band." I've noticed that Rob Zombie is like pretty patriotic. I don't have an issue with that. It's just that his music, just to me, is kind of lacking. Like songs like Revelation, Revolution, and Teenage Nosferatu Pussy just didn't really do it for me. The album was just kind of really boring. There's one thing I liked about it: when you open it up and you look at that album art, you see like all the band members as little kids. That's kind of funny, seeing them now as grown-ups, all heavy metal and the long hair and everything. But other than that, this album just really didn't do it for me. So I suppose if you're like a really hardcore Rob Zombie fan, you might like it. But if you've never really listened to Rob Zombie, don't pick this one up and like think this is going to be the best album ever, because it's not. Listen to some of his older stuff. His new one's coming out in I think a few days, so maybe check that out. I'll have to listen to it myself, see if it's good or not. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I hated this album, so I cannot recommend it. So that's it for today's video. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out some of my past videos as well. Also, don't forget to comment and tell me what you think of today's topic. I try to read them all, and I even try to respond to as many as I can as well. Follow me on Instagram. I'll be throwing that in the description section as always. Once again, thank you very much for watching, guys. This is Black Metal Werewolf. Stay brutal.